Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ilya with Semrush Affiliate Program, and this is a new entry in Semrush Affiliate Marketing Webinars. Today, we are joined by Adam Reamer, President of Adam Reamer Marketing LLC. Hello, Adam. It's great to have you.
Hey, Ilya. It's nice to see you again.
So, the topic of today's webinar is growing your company with an affiliate program. We hope to bring you a unique insight into what goes into creating an affiliate program and what benefits do companies hope to achieve. So you can get another point of view, a new perspective on the affiliate marketing in general. Before we start, however, allow me to remind you that anytime you have any questions for Adam, post them straight away in chat. I will be recording all the questions and asking them after the presentation is over. So don't worry, we will not miss your questions and ask them straight away. But without further ado, Adam, the floor is yours, and let's hear it.
Thanks. Should I do the presentation then?
Yep.
Okay. Share screen. It's right there. And let me know when you can see my screen.
I'm currently
Be able to see yourself.
No, not yet. So I believe you should. Oh, yes, I see the presentation now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So let me figure out where is. So here is view. And that's not it. Slideshow. From beginning. Okay, cool. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to start with what you need to launch a program, and then who to approve and who to reject based on what your goals are, and then how to grow and scale your affiliate program. So the first thing to do is when you're about to launch, you need to figure out which type of tracking platform you need. So if you just have a single product or a single offering, you could probably just use a CPA network versus a traditional network. If you have multiple products or if you have 1,000 SKUs, for example, then you're going to need a more traditional affiliate network. A CPA network tends to have solo tracking. You don't get to see who your affiliates are, and it's just a one-offer type of thing. Whereas affiliate networks can handle millions of products. They give you a lot more transparency into who your partners are, who's promoting you, who's not. And they can also usually give you options to help recruit partners in. So there's a few differences. Tracking platform that I would use personally, and I always recommend, is one that has data feed capabilities, but that's only important for e-commerce platforms or any e-commerce programs. Video is a huge part, just like we were talking about YouTube. So you want to have a network that can either handle or offers a video player. Cross-device capabilities is very important. And don't let the network get off with a little half-baked answer. They need to be able to say specifically, here's how we can track across devices from you. So a good example is if I would share an affiliate link on Facebook, the person clicks my link and goes to a website, but then they're not ready to shop just yet. So when they get home, they're now on a different device. Maybe it's their desktop computer and they want to make a purchase. How is that going to track? And the network needs to be able to provide you with solutions for that. ITP compliance is something that's a lot newer. It's mainly for Safari. And if you have a lot of Safari traffic on your website or customers, they need to have a solution to help the Safari browser track sales. And then multiple commissioning models. This is really important, and I've recently come across networks that are new or tracking platforms that don't offer this. And what that is you want to be able to offer specific types of affiliates, different commissions, or you want to be able to leapfrog commissions and set commissions based on who actually influenced the sale and who didn't influence the sale. So that's really important to be able to do and to automate. If you're US-based, because I know the Semrush community is international, you're going to need a network or platform that can give you state-by-state sales info. And this is important so that you can properly collect and report taxes back for Nexus laws. Can't answer any questions on that because I'm not a licensed tax attorney. And you're going to want attribution lines so you can tell who's just poaching your shopping cart, who's intercepting your traffic, your own traffic, and who's actually adding value and how much value are they adding. So an attribution line would show the time of the click and the time of the first click, each additional click on the sales journey, and then the time to close. You're going to want network that offers daily, monthly, and yearly comparison charts so you can see what's been working banner-wise, affiliate-wise, product-wise, landing page-wise, and you can really compare them. And this way you can also help to re-optimize. If somebody left affiliate marketing, but one of your partners, but then they come back, this would help them re-catch up with what they were doing and also give a comparison to what new partners that are in similar audience types are doing. You're going to want real-time metrics. So as an influencer, as an email marketer sends a huge drop, like to 100,000 or 1,000,000 people on their subscriber list, you're going to want to show them in real time how it's converting, how it's tracking, to let them also know that everything is working well. And you're also going to want to be able to see the referring URLs. This is something that I was shocked to see is not universal. And I just had an instance of it this week when someone was demoing their platform to me. Where a sale occurs, they don't say where the sale came from. They don't show you which specific tweet it was on Twitter, which specific blog post it was. They just showed the affiliate's ID. And that's not going to help you at all. And it's not going to help you to figure out if people are compliant with advertising disclosures. It's not going to help you track back to make sure it wasn't a trademark bid. There's a lot of issues with that. So that's what you need with your affiliate network. Then you have to provide the proper creatives. So there's a few different banner sizes, even though banners aren't used as heavily anymore because of ad blockers and banner blindness, they still can convert and do well for your partners, and there's still something you need to provide. So you want 2 logo banners that don't ever really change, and that's an 88 by 31 and a 120 by 60. Then you need your standard banner sizes, and that's a 120 by 600, 125 by 125 square, 160 by 600 vertical banner, 300 by 250, 468 by 60, and 728 by 90. There's also another banner that's really popular and does incredibly well, but nobody offers. And that's a 600 by 900. That's able to be plugged into newsletters. So if you're planning on working with bloggers and other people who have newsletter lists, if you make this available, they can now plug and play and get more. You can gain more activity, more sales, and more exposure. There's also Facebook, which needs its own style banner and its own size. The Facebook one can be used on Twitter for the most part if your design resources are limited. Instagram's a good one, but because Instagram doesn't allow links within the posts, you're going to need to have advanced tracking set up. And that's another thing to think about. But that's after you've made, if you're stuck between 2 or 3 networks, then you go into what do you offer for advanced tracking. And then data feeds. Data feeds are huge. And if you're not offering one, you need to. All it is an export of your products so that affiliates can create a grid. They can pull product links and feature them within their content a lot easier and a lot more simply. And this also prevents them from going on your website and just taking it directly from you. You've given them a way to do it on their own. By the way, if anyone needs me to slow down on any slides, Ilya, just let me know and I'll slow down and go over something again. So what you actually need to launch. A good thing to have is an affiliate section of your website. So maybe in the footer, you would put become an affiliate. In really competitive niches like hosting, you'll see become an affiliate towards the top of their homepage in their website instead of the footer links, just because it is like a cutthroat industry. And that affiliate section should have tips and ideas for promoting your program. It should have an introduction that is not about you. It's about how the affiliate can make money by working with you and how they can promote your program. And you should also give them frequently asked questions, because there's a lot of regular ones like which payment options do you offer? Do you allow affiliates from other countries? What do you ban on? What do you not allow? And this is all really good to have in an FAQs page in the affiliate section of your website. You can also create tutorials by having an affiliate program blog or on your tips and tricks page, which could show how to create links. It could show promotional strategies that work for you guys internally so that you can then teach them how to do it so they can promote you better, and demonstrations on how to use the ad platforms that you approve. So if you allow Facebook advertising for your affiliate program or Google AdWords, I forget what it's called now, you can basically then do a webinar and record it and then publish it for your affiliates so that they can follow along and try to implement the same strategies to make more money for themselves, which also makes money for you. A really important thing to have is a properly defined terms of service or terms and conditions that outlines the rules, the restrictions, branding guidelines. And the branding guidelines are important because if you're in a controlled substance niche, you need to make sure that you can or cannot say X, Y, and Z. If you're in health and medical, you need to make sure that people are not making medical claims unless they're licensed and certified to make those claims. So, and if you have specific words you don't want them to use or you do prefer them to use, this is where you define that and make sure it's in plain English. Your legal team is going to hate that, but if you don't put it in plain English and it's not understandable, people are just going to ignore it and it's going to not be enforced. So that's why it's important. You also want a budget for promotions and recruitment. Affiliate is a rev share model, but if you want people that are really going to promote you and add value to you instead of just poach your shopping cart or poach your own efforts, then you need to be able to say, hey, if sometimes you're going to find the perfect partner that shows up for a term you bid on with PPC and converts well, but you can't rank for organically. Well, by saying, hey, let me buy some ad space on this blog post from you, or on this page from you, or on your guide, and please use this link in it. And then you can sit there and say, okay, I gave you $500, but you would have made $700 with an affiliate link. This is why you should become a partner. Other times you may want to run a contest where you could say, okay, we're going to give a $500 prize for the first place winner, a $300 prize for the second place, and a $100 prize, or everyone that makes above XY amount of sales, you are going to get a bonus of XY dollars this month. And so that's where your budget comes in. It's to help you grow, scale, and engage your partners more. So who to approve and reject? This is going to depend on what your goals and your needs are. There's coupon sites and voucher sites. They are the biggest types of affiliates out there, but they also have a bad reputation because in a lot of times you're going to find the majority of their sales are coming by showing up for your URL plus the word coupons. In most cases that I see, this adds little to no value. So that's why they get a bad name. But they do have the opportunity to add value. For example, if you would have them place a Meta X robot or Meta robot on the dedicated page that says no index, no follow, or no index follow, that's going to de-index that page so that it cannot rank for your trademarks. Then, if they promote you on a category page or if they promote you in their newsletter, that's where you can gain exposure. If they promote you on a social media channel, or they write blog posts that are not designed to optimize for your trademark. For example, if you sell blue widgets and your store is bluewidgets.com, or sorry, your store is widgets.com, and they optimize for widgets.com coupons, that's not really adding value to you more than likely, but you have to test that. But if they would say which blue widget is the best, or blue widget coupons, which is a product you sell at widgets.com, that does add value, and there probably is search engine volume for that. Think about Halloween costumes. People are looking for Halloween costumes deals, Halloween costumes coupons, Valentine's Day chocolate deals, Valentine's Day chocolate sales. Those are all ways that coupon sites can add value because they're able to rank for that. So don't allow them to rank for your URL plus coupons or URL plus vouchers, but encourage them to add you to pages where it will send you value. Loyalty sites I love as long as they don't use browser plugins or adware. What's great about them is if you're new and a small brand, they have a loyal audience of shoppers and it builds credibility for you. The downside to a loyalty site is you're not gaining new customers, but you are gaining value-adding sales. You're not gaining new customers because they're loyal to the loyalty site because they want to get their cash back. So every sale that customer is going to make in the future is still going to have to pay a commission to the loyalty site. So it does add value. It's just less value than a top of the funnel influencer or a top of the funnel sale where you can make the commissions without having to pay an affiliate in the future. Toolbars and software, I have very rarely ever seen one that adds value. For the most part, these try to intercept your current traffic and they don't have very much traffic of their own. A prime example is one, as the person's on your website and approaches the checkout, there will be a coupon code box. That's when the software may activate and say, would you like a coupon? And then if the person says yes, it will inject a coupon into the box. That coupon injection may force a redirect through an affiliate link. So now you're paying a commission even though you paid to get that person on your website and you actually converted them. There's ways to get the coupons available for these for your customers. You can place a little link that says, click here to see all available coupons. So it's really, you're going to have to test this and you're going to have to figure it out. I do not recommend working with software affiliates like this in any of my programs. Sometimes the clients want it until they've seen how it works. In the majority of cases, the clients will say remove it. It's up to you though. And most of them will have fun words like, oh, well, we help your customers make sure they always have a good deal. And we help to increase your conversions. Well, technically, they are helping them to find the best deal. But is that adding value to you? And can you do this without them? In most cases, it's a yes. And that's why you don't necessarily need to work with them. PPC affiliates can be great for you. They have a bad rep and it's undeserved. If you don't have a large PPC budget, or if you don't have the time, maybe your affiliate manager is also your PPC manager and they also handle your email marketing. So they're limited to how much long tail they can go after. That's where your PPC affiliates come in. They can get this long tail for you and they can start to bring in the sales and it adds value for you. Just make sure they're not bidding on your trademarks or terms like your URL plus the word vouchers or voucher codes. PPV has changed recently. It used to be pay-per-view, which was an adware application, and someone could pop an ad over your own website and set the cookie there. So you need to decide if that's something you want. In most cases, it should be a no. But they can also pop ads over your competitors' websites and try to drive the traffic to you. That could anger your competitor, and you can get a cease and desist or a lawsuit, or the competitor will never find it. So that's up to you if you decide to allow it or not. Bloggers can be great, but the trick is how do you teach them how to work with you to add value? If they're just going to say my shopping haul from XY brand or XY brand reviews, it's probably not going to do too much for you. If they show up for those terms, yeah, it's going to drive some traffic. But where the real value here is try to help them to determine what a solution is. So for example, if you sell phone cases and the blogger writes a blog post about how to repair a screen or how to fix how to prevent your case from breaking or what you didn't remember to buy for back to school. Well, this is a great thing. Their kids are going to need a tablet for their classrooms, and that tablet's going to be protected so you don't have to replace it when it drops and shatters. So that's where the case would go in, and that's going to add a lot of value to it. That's where bloggers have a lot of value. Plus, if the blogger has regular readership, that's adding brand and that's adding trust and credibility to you. And it gives your social media team content they can share when they're running out of things to curate and they're running out of ideas. And it builds a better relationship, so the blogger will hopefully also include you in future posts. YouTubers are the same. You can teach them. People are looking on YouTube for solutions, how-to guides, reviews. They're looking for all this stuff. And by showing up for how to solve or how to fix this, they can add a ton of value for you. Don't forget that YouTube is the second largest search engine. After Google, people will argue Baidu, but that's only China for the most part. Now you have influencers. If an influencer is an actual influencer, not someone that uses Instagram pods, not someone that does follow me, follow you on Twitter, it's someone that actually has a community that they cause to spend money. This is a huge value-adding partner for you because not only are you gaining the trust and the credibility for their audience, but their audience is ready to spend money on what they recommend and they say they love. You have forums. These have kind of died off, but in certain niches and certain industries, forums are really popular and they have an active community. Think of Reddit, for example. Reddit has subreddits, and those forums do have affiliate links placed by the moderators. Recruiting Reddit and the moderators in is a huge way to attract a loyal and diehard fan base. But you also are subject to the wrath of that community. The forums are not dead and they should be looked at. It's just a lot harder to get them to commit and want to join. Article writers, that's more like the article site. It's a hit or miss. Chances are it's not going to do much for you, but I wouldn't decline them because some of them are good writers and they can create good content, and sometimes it does drive sales. Complementary stores and service providers are amazing resources. You're able to work with someone. So if you sell Blue Widgets and they sell a Blue Widget handbook, you guys could do a cross promotion like, hey, get our Blue Widget, get this accessory, or get this handbook on how to amplify or how to use it this way. So think of the Instapot. I was just using mine last night. So you can take the Instapot, then you take a recipe book. Why not do a cross promotion where you guys do a giveaway where you give away an Instapot and the book, and that way you guys get access to each other's users. So as the new Instapot or the new Instapot accessory comes out, you can market to that list and you're gaining new, and you guys can both use each other's affiliate links. That's a great way to drive sales. Emailers are emailers. You just have to define if it's right for your branding or strategy. And basically, the other there is because anyone that has a relevant audience of customers for you is going to be a good affiliate for the most part. So how can you grow and scale a program? The first thing is to advertise your program. You could do SEO, you could do PPC, you can run Facebook ads. There's numerous ways. Some networks offer you recruitment options. Then you have recruitment. You can send emails to people. You can go to trade shows. Affiliate Summit's coming up in about a month. I have a giant blog post called 100 Reasons to Go. And yes, I have affiliate links in it. And that's a great way to recruit partners. But there's also niche shows. So if you're in the fitness industry and you're a fitness retailer, you can go to a fitness trade show, and anyone with a media badge or anyone with a blog, they are potential affiliates for you. You also have two-tier programs, and that's where if your affiliates know other people like influencers or bloggers, chances are they're going to blogger shows and they're engaging with other bloggers and communities. Well, if they see someone that's also a good fit, they can invite them in. And as that affiliate refers the other person in, when that other person earns a commission, the referring affiliate gets a commission too. So affiliate A refers affiliate B. Affiliate B earns a commission. Affiliate A gets a commission as well. That's a great way to do it. Monthly newsletters with tips and tutorials. Don't just send, here's our coupons. That's stupid. That's outdated. It's useless. What you need to do is teach them how to work with you. Explain what the best products are and how they can sell, why customers want to use them. Give them advice from marketing. Talk to your SEO. Talk to your email team. Ask, hey, what's working right now? What's trending? Where is their search volume that's less competitive that you don't have time to rank for? That's what's going to grow your company and grow you with evergreen traffic and sales. Promotions. You can offer gift cards as prizes if they can hit a certain sales goal. You can give free product for review. There's a ton of ways that you can offer your affiliates and encourage them to get more active. Cross-promoting with similar companies. So if you sell sports t-shirts and someone else sells sports backpacks, why don't, and you both have affiliate programs that are about equal in size and volume and types of partners, then why not cross-promote each other's programs? Hey, we are partnering with this program. If you join it today, you'll get an extra 5% commission for the next 2 months. And they're going to send the same to all of their affiliates. It's a great way to recruit people in. But not all networks and not all platforms allow that, so you want to check your agreement with them first. Promoting your own affiliates' content's a great way. Just as I said with bloggers earlier, if they create really good content or a really good how-to guide that also incorporates your products, yeah, technically you're sending your own audience to shop through their links. But if it's a really good site, it's going to encourage them to create more content, which is going to help you scale. Plus, it's a relief for your social team. Paying for new content to be created with restrictions and guidance. That's a really good way. Have your SEO team, for example, if you want an article to rank, have them give it a once-over and set the guidelines, and then you pay the affiliate $50 or $200, whatever it costs to get that site to be able to publish the content for you, and then they get the ongoing revenue from the affiliate commissions they can earn. Paying for permanent placements in areas you know get relevant traffic. So you can use a data or an analytics tool, and basically you can try to figure out where these sites have the most engagement on, and you can pay for placement within that content. So if it's a blog post, you know people, there's a really good relevant section in the second paragraph. You can ask for an affiliate link, not a backlink in that section, and that's where you can get it. You can also go with a crossover with influencers. You can talk to a YouTuber, for example. You're like, yeah, so I know we paid for the space, but how about you include an affiliate link as well? And then the YouTuber can earn commissions ongoing, and now you've been able to gain space in their channel. You can also, and sometimes say, okay, I know that you cost $1,000. What if we gave you $500 and we gave you commissions? If for some reason you don't earn the extra $500 within the first 6 months, we'll pay you the remaining $500 so you're not out and you can continue to earn through your commissions. So there's a lot of ways to try and lower your influencer costs. You've got to do it cautiously because the influencers rely on their income to survive, and you can't take that for granted. And so that's all I have for the presentation because we wanted to keep it around 15 to 20 minutes, and I think we're about at that time.
Yes, that is so. I do believe there is a little bit of an echo. So, okay. So, first of all, thank you very much for the presentation. Can you perhaps mute yourself while I read the questions, and then you unmute yourself to answer them, because there seems to be a little bit of an echo. I'm sorry. Okay, so if you have any questions, post them straight away in chat. Now is the great time. And we do have some questions coming in already through other channels. So first of all, there are a couple of questions, I do believe, about, basically speaking, building relationships with affiliate managers, with like people who run the programs. So I'm an affiliate, I want to build the relationships. Is it worth it, and how do I approach that? So what are your thoughts on that, Adam?
Absolutely. Your affiliate managers should be your best friend, because they're the ones that can go to bat. They can get you the higher commissions. They can get you exposure to other channels. They can get you what's converting. They can get you product samples. So some of the best ways to do it, if they're not listed in the network, then you can go onto LinkedIn, for example, and you could look up the people that work for a certain company. And then you could try to find where they're affiliate managers, or you look for someone in marketing, you write to that person and say, hey, I'm an affiliate in your company. I'm trying to reach your manager. Can you tell me who that is? Another thing you can do is reach out through the network if it's listed. As long as the network's not managing the program, then you're fine. If the network is, you want to give them the reach around and go directly to the company and look for the director of marketing or marketing manager and say, hey, I'm trying to do this. The network does not always have your best interest in mind. So that's why I recommend you do not go to them. You go straight to the company itself. And that way there's no other middleman. You're just working with them. One exception is the OPM. An OPM is another term for affiliate management company. That's one of the things that my company offers, is affiliate management services. We are literally your best friends, because not only do we have the program that manages, the chances are we're able to get you the products to review. We have weekly reports. We have weekly calls with the companies. We can say, hey, I really want to work with this influencer. Can we send them this and this and this? Here's what they've done so far. And our job is literally to get you what you need to succeed. So while our affiliate managers may have 10 different roles inside their company, ours is to make sure you're succeeding, because we don't get to keep our jobs unless you do. So your affiliate management company is your best friend. Plus, we're going to have other programs that could be relevant. And we can also say, hey, this is actually working. Let's go here and try this. Or have you thought about this as well? And we have relationships with a ton of the companies and merchants. And if someone's non-responsive and it's not one that we work with, we can reach out to our network reps and be like, hey, do you have a contact here, so we could do some of the legwork for you?
I want to add, as an affiliate manager, that it's important for the affiliates to keep in mind that we have our own metrics, which are also bound to your success. So we're kind of also motivated to help you. So keep that in mind going forward, and do expect that we will be looking to help you succeed as much as we can. But actually, what you mentioned, Adam, is very interesting, because another question we have received was about the networks and the individual affiliate programs. So what, in your opinion, are like the trade-off? What's the best in the networks? What's the best in the programs? And what are the worst sides of those? How do basically I pick which one should I work with?
So I'm not going to play favorites with all of the networks, because that's not fair. Most of them have good and bad. If I do have a preferred network, it is ShareASale currently. They've been very good to me over the years. They've never tried to poach my clients. Some of the networks have. And ShareASale's always provided the best and the most relevant support that I've had. So they are my preferred network. They were purchased by Affiliate Window, which is a huge network in Europe. So they do have a lot more international reach, but they do run 100% independently as far as we know. So you don't necessarily get onto the AWIN network. For networks I don't like, there's no network you shouldn't work with. If there's a program that you need and you want to work with, and they're only on that network and they refuse to let you work direct with them and bypass the network, then that's a network you should work with. There's downsides to multiple networks. You have more tracking platforms you have to log into. There's more platforms you have to check out. I can tell you one thing is you should never join affiliate programs that are on multiple networks, because if somebody from a different network has a click after you, that network's going to get credit for the sale. So even if there's 3 different clicks and you would get the commission, like suppose you sent the initial click and then somebody else had a click and then a coupon site grabs it at the end of the sale. And so technically you and that middle partner would get credit because the line set up. If there's a second or third network and there's another click after, that second or third network now overwrites all of yours and you no longer get commissions. The only exception I've ever seen is if there's a network for a different country. So if you're a US affiliate program and you have a .jpay or JP and there's a Japanese network, then yes, launch your Japanese program on the Japanese network, but keep them separate. So that's the only thing I could see. But there are lesser networks out there. I really, really want to say the one that I talked to this week, because I was shocked at the price they charge for the very limited and archaic tracking system, but that would not be fair to them. Kind of like, yeah, don't trust them based on reputation. Don't trust the networks based on the brands they have working there. Look to see if there's the tools that are right for you. And if you're an affiliate, make sure that the manager's responsive and that you can trust the technology of that network. That's the best thing I could say.
Thank you very much. And actually, I think it's very important because there is just like, I would say the majority of the entire affiliate business is in the technology, which we cannot directly see, ironically. But actually, another question related to what you said right now and to what you said in the presentation is I have a problem where some of the programs I work with and I really enjoy working with do not, see. So the problem this person has is the networks do not provide, or the programs do not provide proper tracking. What alternatives can an affiliate marketer come up with to substitute the tracking, the external one?
Do you have the person's name where you can ask them a follow-up question real quick?
Unfortunately, I don't believe I have the person's name recorded.
Okay, so if you need extra tracking, or if you notice that if you know for a fact you've sent 1,000 clicks, but the network's not registering, this was an issue I faced. You can set up second and third tier options. So for example, with a lot of I'm gonna shut the window real quick because the sun's starting to come through. So I dressed up on the top, but I'm wearing running shorts underneath. Totally doing the newscaster thing. Sorry about that.
It's not a problem.
Give me one quick second. So basically, when you set up the program, a lot of the networks can set up UTM source, for example, on the outbound click. That's not going to track the clicks. But what you can do on the inbound click going to the merchant before it hits the network, there's tools out there like Pretty Links Pro. And if you install your affiliate links and you use your Pretty Links Pro, you're going to get an entire series of data sets and clicks and touch points. If the merchant will allow you to place your own tracking pixel, you can then see how many times you had a click, and you can see your own pixel fires, so you can really get a good gauge on how many sales came through. You can also ask the merchant you can put your own UTM source and medium and affiliate ID and dynamically insert that into your IDs. Then you can ask the merchant to go into their Google Analytics account, for example, and you can ask them to pull a source medium report from Google Analytics so you can see if you did in fact have sales. And those are all different ways that you can try to track. Some of them rely on the merchant, some of them rely on you.
Thank you very much. Actually, there are some questions which are, I think, relate to what we discussed previously from like another perspective. So from the affiliate's perspective, couple of questions want to know, I have a smaller website I'm just starting, or like similar questions. How do I get noticed? How do I get the attention and the preference perhaps of the affiliate marketers? What makes them notice my efforts the fastest, essentially?
Just driving some sales. If it's a good manager and they see potential in you, or you've started to drive a few sales, they're going to work with you. If it's a site that's heavily run again by coupon sites and adware and stuff, you're going to be ignored because there's no way you're going to compete with that and the big guys. But if it's a good proactive manager, and this is why I like a lot of the OPMs and agencies, because we cater to people like you, then we're going to work with you. We're going to help you. We're going to encourage you. We're going to guide you, and we're going to train you on how to earn more and make more. But it's case by case. There's no way to get noticed. It's up to the manager to do a good job and be devoted to the channel, which means being devoted to you. That's something where there really is no tip. Until you can drive more sales, you're not going to get noticed unless it's a good proactive manager. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. Well, I guess that's fair enough. These sales are, of course, the easiest KPI you can imagine for the affiliate program. So you can expect that if you're doing good in that department, they will notice you sooner or later. Just wanted to remind everyone in chat that you can still ask questions. We have still quite some more from other channels, but you still have time. But there are a couple of interesting questions which I would say are more like general or theoretic. One of the questions is, what would you say is the key value, apart from the obvious one, which we just discussed, the sales, of the affiliates to the vendors, to the programs?
What's the actual value of the affiliate aside from sales to a brand?
Yes.
Okay, so a really good one is it can build trust. For example, aside from sales, if you get somebody who's influential and who knows their stuff, you can build trust with their community. But it also, if you don't have time or you don't have the capabilities to film good videos, for example, and to do a how to use your product, this is where your affiliates can come in and shine. If you can't do a detailed video on specific features, suppose you're an SaaS to do X, Y, and Z, and you can't shoot a video for every single feature, well, they can go out and do that and supplement it. So it saves you time and saves you work. It saves you from having to edit a million videos. There's a lot of extra value. So I ordered a Ninja coffee bar and I'm furious because it came defective and I have to wait for coffee now till Monday when the new one comes. But I was trying to troubleshoot. Ninja Coffee did a horrible job with their own videos and their optimization on YouTube. But guess what I found? A bunch of partners and a bunch of affiliates that did give me how to troubleshoot and how to figure out what's wrong with my coffee maker. So that's where it came in. It saved me from having to call them. In the long run, I did have to call because I needed a replacement because it did turn out to be defective. But I mean, that's where they come in. It saves you customer support time too. So affiliates can be your best friend, but you have to provide the right atmosphere for them to be able to succeed and do their job.
Thank you for the answer. Can definitely agree. The affiliates do a great work and a great effect towards building your brand, and a recommendation is the biggest, is the best advertising there is. Basically speaking, even when people know it's a recommendation for a certain compensation, they are still more trusting of that compared to other promotional channels. So I think that's the key value from my perspective. Actually, I don't believe we have any more questions from the chat or other channels, but I do have one question which I wanted to ask of you myself, and maybe perhaps it will be interesting to hear. So I wanted to ask you, in your opinion, what are the biggest trends? What are the biggest changes that are coming in for the affiliate marketing? Will it grow? Will it shrink down over time? Will it be, will the market have enough space for smaller affiliates? And otherwise, what are other trends which we have to look out for in the future?
Well, affiliate is naturally just going to grow, same as e-commerce. There's more people on computers, there's more people on mobile devices, and there's more people shopping online versus retail. And that's not going to change, especially as technology grows. We also have apps, we have other things, so there's more room. And so as more people go online and more people shop digitally versus in stores, there's clearly going to be more of a demand and more room. So yes, it's going to grow just like SEO, just like app, just like e-commerce, just like digital commerce. That's all going to grow and scale, but that's just natural. Everyone's pretending like it's this amazing thing. These are amazing stats. Like, no, if you had 1 billion more people with phones that have a little bit of disposable income, you're going to get more sales. It's just common sense. So, I mean, we're going to see people saying, oh, it grew by this, it grew by this. It's like, yeah, no shit. That's just obvious. Sorry for swearing. That's one of my big pet peeves in the new year is watching all these stats where people are like shocked. It's like, yeah, look at the total device sales. And look at how many more people. And then you have like global Wi-Fi launching and companies actually launching satellites to provide it and stuff. It's like, yeah, there's a clear reason. There's always room for affiliates to come in. So think about people like that go to raves or go to concerts or music festivals or that do runs. Guess what? There's brand new tours announced that are brand new names that have zero competition. There's new Broadway shows that come out every single year. And so there's nobody currently competing or ranking. So you can rank your own websites and sell tickets. You can sell hotel rooms. You can sell restaurants deals before the show. There's tons of things. There's always room to grow. There's always room to come in. There's brand new inventions and brand new things that come out that give you an opportunity. So if a new cooking device comes out, you can be the first to start creating recipes, to start creating guides on how to do things with it and troubleshoot. There's always going to be room for you to move into affiliate and start to make money. But you have to do the work and you have to put in the effort. There are 0 courses, 0 programs, 0 ways to get rich quick. You have to do the work.
That's fair enough. And especially about the growth of the devices, I think that's important to keep an eye open, because that's a big market which we here at Semrush are aware of, and we're moving towards the analytics for that. So I think everybody understands, but still it bears mentioning and repeating that indeed it's the biggest driver for a lot of markets, and some of which are indeed very surprising, and some of which you indeed mentioned. So I don't believe we have any more questions, actually, unless somebody wants to answer them in a couple of more seconds. But otherwise, I do believe that we can wrap it up for today. So Adam, thank you very much for the presentation. It was very informative, and I was very interested in what you had to say. Everybody, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us today. It was great to have you. We will have more webinars in the future about different aspects of affiliate marketing. So keep your eyes peeled about all the notifications on social media, newsletters, etc. And otherwise, Adam, once again, thank you very much. And it was great. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Take care.
Okay, goodbye, everybody.